In last video, we have considered about what is solubility equilibria, what is molar solubility, and what is solubility product of sparingly soluble salt. Now you know that the relation between solubility product and molar solubility is not exact. It depends upon how the sparingly soluble salt gets ionized. So we must know how the salt can be ionized, and then we have to solve the problems for solubility product and the molar solubility. Now shall see the first problem. See here. Solubility product of AgCl is 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 10. Calculate its molar solubility and solubility in gram per liter. Molar mass of AgCl is given to you. Solubility product is given of AgCl. So, for solving this problem, first we have to write the ionization of AgCl. It is sparingly soluble salt. When it is dissolved in water, small part of it will dissolve in water and it will ionize to give Ag plus ions and Cl minus ions. Now, this is AB type of salt. That means one cation and one anion is produced by the ionization of one molecule of AgCl. So the concentration of Ag plus, that is molar solubility, we have said it is equal to S, and molar solubility of Cl minus is equal to S. Now write down the representation for Ksp, that is solubility product for this salt, is equal to concentration of Ag plus into concentration of Cl minus. What is Ksp? Solubility product is the product of molar concentrations of ions, is equal to S into S. Concentration of Ag plus is S into concentration of Cl minus is S. So for this salt, Ksp is equal to S square. Like this, first you have to determine what is the relation between Ksp and S, that is solubility product and molar solubility. Now here solubility product is given, you have to calculate its molar solubility, means you have to calculate S, and solubility product is given. So S is equal to root Ksp. You can obtain this relation as S is equal to root of Ksp, that is square root of solubility product, that is equal to square root of 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 10. S, that is molar solubility, is equal to square root of solubility product, which is given 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 10. If you see the square root of this number, it will be 1.342. Square root of 1.8 is 1.342, and square root of 10 raised to minus 10 is 10 raised to minus 5. And so this is the solubility, and it is in mole per liter, or it is called as molar solubility. So here S is equal to 1.342 into 10 raised to minus 5 mole per liter. This is the molar solubility. Now secondly, we have to calculate solubility in gram per liter. Now we know this relation, molar solubility. I explained you this relation in last video. Molar solubility is equal to solubility in gram per liter or gram per dm cube divided by molar mass. Remember this relation. Molar solubility is equal to solubility in gram per liter divided by molar mass. We have to calculate solubility in gram per liter, and so solubility in gram per liter of AgCl is equal to molar solubility into molar mass. Molar solubility we have calculated here, it is equal to 1.342 into 10 raised to minus 5 into molar mass of AgCl, which is given here 143.5 and 143.5. Now you have to use the log table and calculate the answer. The answer will be 192.58 into 10 raised to minus 5. If you convert this number into standard number, you have to divide here by 100, that is 1.929258. Here we have divided by 100, so multiply by 100 here, and therefore it will be 10 raised to minus 3, and the unit is gram per liter. Like this, you can solve this problem. Solubility product is given. You have to calculate the molar solubility by using this formula. That means you have to determine what is the relation between KSP and S first, and then substitute the value of KSP here. We have calculated molar solubility, and by using the formula, molar solubility is equal to solubility in gram per liter divided by molar mass. Molar mass is given to you, and therefore here solubility in gram per liter is 1.9258 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now see the next problem of the same type, but this is MCQ type question. The solubility product of sparingly soluble salt AX is 5.2 into 10 raised to minus 13. Its solubility in mole per dm cube is. Now what is given? The salt is of AX type. Means what? When the salt is ionized, or one molecule of the salt is ionized, you can obtain one cation and one anion. That is, it is AX, or we have said it is AB type of salt. And for such type of salt like AgCl, we have obtained the relation KSP is equal to S square. Now solubility product is given, which is equal to 5.2 into 10 raised to minus 13, and its solubility in mole per dm cube is asked. So S is equal to root KSP. Now square root of KSP, and it is given, which is equal to 5.2 into 10 raised to minus 13. See here, we have to solve this problem, which is of MCQ. The answers are given A, B, C, D. Here we have to choose which is the correct answer. For that I am explaining you here. KSP is equal to S square. So S is equal to root KSP, which is equal to square root of 5.2 into 10 raised to minus 13. That is equal to square root of, you cannot calculate square root of 10 raised to minus 13. So you have to convert it into the even number, that is 10 raised to minus 14. Means what we have done? Here we have divided by 10, and so multiply by 10 here. This is equal to 52. Like this, it is equal to square root of 52 into 10 raised to minus 14. Now see here. Here, what is the square root of 10 raised to minus 14? It is equal to 10 raised to minus 7. So 10 raised to minus 7. Here, see all the options A, B, C and D. Here 10 raised to minus 4, 10 raised to minus 8. If you convert this into standard number, it will be 10 raised to minus 7. That is, here we have to divide by 10. Here it will be multiplied by 10. So 10 raised to minus 7 it will be, and 10 raised to minus 7. That is, these are the two options we can select. But see here, you cannot obtain the exact answer here. Or you can obtain the exact answer, but for that you have to see the square root of. But remember here, for MCQ, we have to follow the trick. What is the square root of 52? Now you know that the perfect square is 49, which is the square of 7. And the next is number 8, its square is 64. This number 52 lies between 7 and 8. That means square root of 52 is in between 7 and 8. And so the answer must be 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 7. It cannot be 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 7. Remember here, this number can be converted into 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 7. So there are two options remaining. We have deleted this B and C because 10 raised to minus 4 and 10 raised to minus 8. This cannot be the answer. And so we have only two answers. But remember here, we have not to calculate the exact value. For MCQ, you can conclude what will be the answer because the time is very less for MCQ solving. And so remember here, we have to follow this trick. The square root of 52 can be in between 7 and 8, and therefore the correct answer will be 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 7. Like this you can solve the problems in MCQ. See this third problem. A solution is prepared by mixing equal volumes of 0.1 molar MgCl2 and 0.3 molar Na2C2O4 at 293 Kelvin. Would MgC2O4 precipitate out? The question is, would MgC2O4 precipitate out? Ksp for MgC2O4 at 293 Kelvin is 8.56 into 10 raised to minus 5. This is the practical based question. Remember, here we have MgCl2 solution and Na2C2O4 solution. These solutions are mixed with each other and we have obtained MgC2O4, and the question is, would MgC2O4 precipitate out for these concentrations? Now you know the conditions for the precipitation of any sparingly soluble salt. Ionic product must be greater than solubility product. Remember this, ionic product, when it exceeds solubility product, then and then only we can obtain the precipitate. Now remember here, Ksp is given, which is constant at constant temperature, 8.56 into 10 raised to minus 5. Now we have to calculate ionic product. What is the ionic product in the solution? Remember which reaction will take place here. First we shall write the reaction. MgCl2 solution we have, and in that MgCl2 solution we are adding Na2C2O4 solution. Now the reaction will take place and you can obtain the salt MgC2O4 magnesium oxalate plus here remaining 2 NaCl. Remember here the reaction will be like this. MgCl2, when it reacts with Na2C2O4, we can obtain this sparingly soluble salt. This is sparingly soluble salt, and you know that NaCl is completely soluble, so you can't obtain this precipitate here. But MgC2O4 is sparingly soluble salt, and what is the question? Will it give the precipitate? Now we have to determine what is this ionization of MgC2O4. MgC2O4 which is obtained here, it is sparingly soluble, and so it will ionize. When it is soluble, small part of it will ionize to give Mg++ ions. Remember here Mg plus, it is the oxidation number of Mg is +2, so Mg++ plus C2O4 minus, this is oxalate ion, and so this is the salt of AB type. That is, here one cation is obtained, one anion is obtained, and therefore here remember Ksp for MgC2O4 is equal to S into S, or it can be written as concentration of Mg++ into concentration of C2O4 minus, but Ksp is given, so we have to calculate ionic product, and ionic product also have the same formula. Ionic product is equal to concentration of Mg++ into concentration of C2O4 minus. Now how can you calculate concentration of Mg++? Now remember here, you have to read this problem again. A solution is prepared by mixing equal volumes of 0.1 molar MgCl2 and 0.3 molar. Means we have taken MgCl2 which is 0.1 molar, but when we mix with Na2C2O4, its volume, both volumes are equal, means the volume of MgCl2 is double, and therefore when 0.1 molar is the concentration of MgCl2 here, now this concentration, that means the solution will be diluted because the its volume is double, and therefore the concentration of Mg++ ions in the mixing, after the mixing, will be half of the concentration of MgCl2, and therefore here it will be 0.1 divided by 2, that is equal to 0.5 molar. Remember here, first we have to determine what is the concentration of Mg++ ions in this solution. the actual concentration of MgCl2 solution is 0.1 molar, and so from MgCl2 we can obtain 0.1 molar Mg plus ions. But remember that both solutions are mixed. That means the solution volume of the solution is doubled, and so the concentration of the solution is half. And so remember here, concentration of Mg plus ions in this solution will be 0.05 molar. Like this, concentration of C2O4 minus ions. Here we have taken Na2C2O4, which is 0.3 molar. Here actual concentration is 0.3 molar, but after mixing this concentration will be also half, and therefore it is 0.3 divided by 2, that is equal to 0.15 molar. Means the actual concentrations of Mg plus ions is 0.05 molar and C2O4 minus is 0.15 molar. And so by substituting these values we can calculate the ionic product. Remember here, ionic product is equal to concentration of Mg plus, we can say it is 0.5, means 5 into 10 raised to minus 2, into concentration of C2O4 minus, which is 0.15, or you can say it is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 1. And so it will be 1.5 into 5, that is 15 5s are 75. So 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now the value of ionic product we have obtained is 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now compare these values. This is the ionic product. And what is KSP? That is solubility product at this temperature is given 8.56 into 10 raised to minus 5. If you compare these two values, you can say that ionic product is greater than solubility product. Here this value 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 is greater than 8.56 into 10 raised to minus 5, and so in this solution we can obtain the precipitate of MgC2O4. The question is, would MgC2O4 precipitate out? For that the answer is yes, MgC2O4 can be precipitated. Now you have to solve these questions like this. First, you have to determine what is the concentration of Mg plus ions, what is the concentration of C2O4 minus ions, what is the ionic product, and compare the value of ionic product and solubility product. If it is greater than solubility product, you can say that the precipitate will be obtained. See here, the same type of problem is there. If 20 cm cube of 0.050 molar BaNO3 twice are mixed with 20 cm cube of 0.20 molar NaF, will BaF2 precipitate? KSP for BaF2 is given. That means BaF2 is sparingly soluble salt and it is obtained from the reaction between BaNO3 barium nitrate and NaF. Now first we have to consider what is the reaction. The condition is same. Ionic product must be greater than solubility product, then and then only we can obtain the precipitate. KSP is given. We have to determine what is ionic product. For that we can write the reaction BaNO3 twice plus NaF. Now you can obtain BaF2, means here you have to balance this reaction. Like this, you can obtain BaF2 plus 2 NaNO3, sodium nitrate is obtained. The reaction is like this: BaNO3 twice reacts with twice NaF to give BaF2 and twice NaNO3. We have to concentrate on BaF2. Remember here, BaF2 is sparingly soluble, and so the question is, in this solution can we obtain the precipitate of BaF2? We have given the concentration of Ba plus ions and F minus ions. Now BaF2, it will ionize to give Ba plus ions plus 2F minus ions. Now here ionic product can be represented by using concentration of Ba++ into concentration of F minus bracket square. Ionic product is equal to concentration of Ba++ into concentration of F minus bracket square. Here we have to determine now what is the concentration of Ba++ ions in the solution and what is the concentration of F minus ions into the solution. Now see here, 20 cm cube of the solution is given and 0.05 molar is the concentration of BaNO3 twice. Remember here, BaNO3 twice, when it ionizes, it will give you 0.05 molar Ba++ ions. That is 20 cm cube. If we have the pure solution of BaNO3, we have the concentration is equal to 0.05, and by mixing, it is mixed with 20 cm cube of NaF solution, means the volume of the solution will be double. 20 plus 20, it will be 40. So what is the concentration of Ba++ ions? For that you can use this formula also, M1V1 is equal to M2V2, or you can say that the volume of the solution is double and so the concentration will be half, but you can use this formula also, M1V1 is equal to M2V2, that is we have M1, that is molarity, is equal to 0.050 into V1, that is 20, M2 we don't know what is the concentration, and V2 what is the next volume here. When we mix 20 cm cube with 20 cm cube, the volume will be 40, and so the molarity is equal to 0.050 into 20 divided by 40. So it will be 2, that is 0.050 divided by 2, that is equal to 0.025. So it is halved. Now you can determine like this also, when the solution we have mixed, the volume is doubled and so the concentration will be half, or you can solve by using this formula also. Like this, what will be the concentration of F minus? This is the concentration of Ba++ ions. Now what is the concentration of F minus ions? The concentration of F minus ions can be also calculated by using this same formula. It will be half of this concentration, that is 0.020. This is the concentration in NaF. When it is mixed with BaNO3 twice, it will be half, and that will be equal to 0.010. So we have determined what is the concentration of Ba++ ions and what is the concentration of F minus ions. Now we have to calculate P, that is ionic product. Ionic product is equal to concentration of Ba++, which is equal to 0.025 into concentration of F minus, it is equal to 0.010 bracket square. That is, you can say 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 0.01, that is 1 into 10 raised to minus 2 bracket square, that is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 4. So see here, this value will be 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. So the ionic product of BaF2 in this solution will be 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. Now KSP is given. KSP is equal to 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 6. Compare these two values. 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 and 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 6. Which value is greater? This value 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 is greater, and therefore you can say that ionic product is again greater than solubility product, that is IP is greater than KSP. So in this solution we can obtain the PPT of BF2, and so we can write PPT will be obtained. So this is the answer, that is the question is, will BF2 precipitate? But you have to solve this problem like this. For that we have to determine what is the ionic product. For that we must know what is the concentration of the ions and then calculate ionic product, compare the values of ionic product and solubility product, and then determine will the precipitate or will obtain or not.